Right. So, yep, my name's Louise, and I'm going to discuss a project called Total Parts, which I started on my Fine Art MA at Central St Martin's. So I'm going to begin by suggesting that digital images are now inextricably linked to notions of embodiment, sensing and perception, and that the malleability of human perception can be seen in our use of digital technology. I think this is particularly evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, which has kind of demonstrated how digital communication technologies such as video communication can supplant traditional methods of worldly engagement. But what my question is in a world viewed through digital images, how does our perception and understanding of embodiment evolve? So using an artistic practice, the project I'm going to talk about, Total Parts, is constructed upon a hypothesis that suggests that digital images are becoming part of our sensing processes. This is happening through several avenues. So the assumption that digital images are what they represent, the coded structure of digital images that extends our understanding of embodiment, and the human-computer relationship that provides new possibilities for self-sensing. So, Total Parts investigates a facet of this hypothesis, and that's being the character of the sensory interaction between body and digital image through technical apparatus. In its current form, the project is a video and animation artwork, also being explored through installation, but I believe much is needed to fully reach its conclusion. So I'm going to discuss the progression through 4 themes that will be apparatus, phenomenology, image, and body. So Total Parts began life with a phenomenological experiment where I completed many walks blindfolded in the chalk downs of southwest England.
Sorry, Louise, is your presentation supposed to be showing at this
point? Yes, it is.
Okay,
yeah.
We haven't seen it yet. I wasn't sure if you were just doing a little intro beforehand.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I will. So why is it not letting me share it? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, cool. So I will just jump back to here. Apologies for that. Okay, so apparatus. So as I said, it began life with an experiment where I completed many walks blindfolded in the chalk downs of southwest England. So to do this, I created the camera blindfold, which is an apparatus that uses a micro camera in a blindfold to send a live video to a mobile phone using a Wi-Fi hotspot where the videos are then saved. I wanted this arrangement to establish a sensory and temporal detachment between the physiological experience of the walk and its visual representation. So basically, I was able to see what I should have seen in retrospect. So this design of the camera blindfold is inspired by concepts such as the third eye or the miner's headlamp, and also the film Lagette, which all describe concepts of kind of sensing beyond our natural abilities, but also across space and time. And so this short video that I'm just going to show illustrates this kind of interface between body and camera during the walks. So moving on to phenomenology. So
Sorry, Louise, I think if you can hear me, you're frozen.
embodiment and the body. To understand what is being revealed through the combination of digital images, camera, and the internet with human experience. And that is basically the
started that
composite.
slide, you froze. So maybe if you want to jump back to the start of the phenomenology slide.
Oh yeah, this is the start of the slide actually.
Okay, sorry, go for it.
That's okay. So basically all I wanted to say is that our perception is complete and composite. And so when undergoing these walks with this camera blindfold and then watching my videos afterwards, all the nuances of the digital recording and transmission technology are built into the process of perception. So as the information passes from camera to satellite, to phone to computer, and this means that part of my understanding of these walks is fused with the characteristics of the apparatus. So, image. So I've made an extensive catalogue of video recordings while walking along different sections of this landscape. And each recording is a result of this reciprocal interaction between my body, the landscape, and the apparatus. So, for instance, the accessibility of the landscape controlling my journey, or how the camera lens alters the recorded image. All I would say is that I had this vast catalogue of visual videos and images that came from my interaction with the landscape, but trying to find a way to then push the project forward to explore all the notions of the technology and also the sensory interaction was quite difficult. And so I decided to use a digital avatar as a methodology to explore the project further by reenacting my movements of each walk from an external viewpoint. So I ended up in this weird scenario where I was re-watching myself again and then reenacting my movements. And I then brought together both the actions of the digital avatar and elements of my recorded video to kind of recreate the entire walk. I can maybe see if I can share that.
There's a movie on screen. Yeah.
The reason why I wanted to be able to discuss this project with you all is because I think that I feel like there's vast room for development, but I'm not exactly sure where to take it. And I think the development needs to come in multiple facets. So the importance of the viewer as an active sensing body. And so currently, I've created a film or a video. I'd really question how active people's interaction is as kind of watching rather than engaging. I also think that the method of display is really important, and so I'd be interested to know your opinion on if it's possible to build in the idea of digital network or transmission into the display medium. So I've been thinking about how it could maybe be played out on the internet, or how I could maybe use the internet as a means to both engage and display the work. And also, I'd be interesting to know your feedback on how I can strengthen the relationship between the avatar and the video that goes kind of further than, I suppose, visual placement. It's the only thing that I was going to say, I suppose, at the end is that this topic is I feel that it's very important, because in a world that's kind of filled with digital images that are connected to our present, so say photographs or even Google Maps or other technologies such as that, what happens when we see digital images as ourselves rather than as representations? And then also what happens when digital recording and transmission technologies are then built into that self-perception? So these are all kind of things that I'm interested in investigating. And that's it really. So thank you very much. And sorry again about the terrible connection.